Hey, what up, everybody? It's Drew back with some more rollerblading shit, I guess. So, what are we talking about today? So, these Labeda shooters, these things are 78A. Man, they're so soft and squishy. So, the reason I had these, if you didn't catch the prior video, or if you just forgot about it because it's been like five ever, I was really happy with the NPC Black Magic wheels. The thing is, they're really expensive and they also last about, I don't want to say half as long as other wheels because the urethane is really good. Definitely, less time than your average good quality single pour because, it's dual durometer. Once that outside layer gets a little thin, things get a little weird, and you have to buy new ones. I know for a lot of people it's really like cost prohibitive. So I wanted to see if there was anything out there in the single pour variety that would give a similar experience or at least a pretty good experience, or maybe mirror some of the things that I liked about the NPC. Enter these bad boys. So again, 78A. These things are like $5-6 a piece, something like that. And going into them, I was a bit nervous because, well, the word on the street is that you don't want to go below an 85A because it's just too soft, so you'll wear through them like in no time whatsoever. And then supposedly they're really slow too, just because again they're so soft. How can you possibly have rebound in a 78A? So what was my experience on these? And yeah, Brock too. Brock's been on them. Brock's super into them. Brock loves these wheels. He likes them more than the NPCs, but I think that's because he breaks the NPCs. So first of all, durability. You know, so these are Labedas is the thing about that. So when I took these out and skated them, I lost the pour lines on the wheels, the little line down the center. That was gone by the end of the session. In my mind, that already puts it in like the B to maybe high C tier of wheels, right? Because like the NPCs, it took me like several sessions to get the pour lines off. Hydrogen wheels, I think it took at least like 2 or something like that, maybe 3. And these, they were immediately gone. But again, Labeda. So the thing is, when I had the orange Labedas, which are 85As, what are they called, the asphalts, I knocked the pour lines off those in the first session too, and ditto with the 82s. Now, can I say after one session, objectively, which one wore down more? No, not really. And that'd be really hard to like even calculate because I probably did different things those sessions. So who's really to say? I will say that they were both on that big sea of tennis courts that's not far from my house. So the skating surface was consistent, but amount of time that I was out there and the stuff that I did, I don't know. But I know at least some of the wear has to do with them being Labedas and not necessarily that it's a 78A. As far as like the rebound and stuff like that, I again think I was getting spoiled by the NPCs because the NPCs got a lot of just like magical things going on. So first of all, they have a like flexible core that gives you a lot more rebound than a standard core. Second of all, the core is huge, so it's just by nature a really fast wheel. Third of all, it's dual durometer, so that'll help with the rebound and getting a faster push and stuff like that. And lastly, it's really high quality urethane. So really like all the puzzle pieces are just kind of match up on the NPCs other than the fact that they cost like $1 billion and you have to buy them more often than regular wheels. So did these give me the same kind of stride as an NPC Black Magic? Absolutely not. Again, the NPCs are just like on another level, but I don't think that rebound is as intrinsically tied to hardness the way that most people seem to think it is. I think a good quality wheel is a good quality wheel, and a bad quality wheel is a bad quality wheel, and a mid-tier wheel like these are a mid-tier wheel. So, if NPC made a single pour 78, with that huge core in it and like, all the other pieces were in place, I bet it would feel pretty good. I will say that just through my experiences talking to other people, I haven't had a chance to really like city shred these. If you live in the Midwest, like I don't even need to tell you like what kind of trifling stuff's been going on with the weather lately, and just getting over winter and stuff like that. Anyway, so you know, it's been very controlled environment skating on these, parking garages, yeah, tennis court on a very nice day. But I have heard that if you try to go out and skate through the streets like a normal rollerblader, you know, have some mixed terrain things happening. You know, you got your asphalt, you got your cement, all those different sorts of surfaces, you know, that you have to skate on. Bricks. Oh God, I hate bricks. Supposedly they don't hang as well as one would hope, which again, you kind of got to look at the skating that you do. You know, I really like that stuff, but, you know, being at the tail end of a pandemic, plus my city doesn't have very good, like, pedestrian culture, right? So cars have the right of way always, and, you know, they're everywhere. It's like a big driving town. And I just generally don't feel safe downtown by myself, because I'm a little dude with girl hair. So, you know, for a lot of the skating that I do, which ends up being like in parking garages and stuff like that, you know, I don't see any reason to worry about wear on these wheels. Like, they're probably going to last me a really long time. I wouldn't go practice slides in them, but I also wouldn't go practice slides. So who are these for? So if you're one of those new inline figure skaters that has sort of boomed out of this pandemic and all the rinks closing, and now you find yourself with a set of Snow Whites or something like that, and you've gone through, you know, the Synergy wheels and, you know, the Harmony wheels and all that, and you're like, man, I need a wheel that's actually going to stand up to a little abuse, but I still need some edge quality. I think that these are definitely worth a look. The profile is going to be really good for that sort of thing. The grip that you get with 78A is pretty magical. I mean, if you're coming from like an 88A Synergy or something like that, you'll super notice a difference in a positive way. Dance stuff, footwork, you want something that's going to be nice and cushiony on jumps and stuff like that. These would be a great wheel for you. Slalom skaters, absolutely. Especially like the European Asian scene and stuff like that, where, you know, I mean, if you see like some of Tiago's videos where he like gets to skate inside, like there's a slalom gym. And as an American, that's just such like a alien concept to me. But yeah, these wheels would be great for something like that because, you know, I mean, it's like an indoor-outdoor wheel according to Labeda. So, you know, if you have your outdoor slalom spots that you picked out that are, you know, pretty nice surface that you skate, and then you go skate indoors sometimes, you know, you're basically looking at ideal indoor conditions and ideal outdoor conditions. And of course, if you are a city blader, I would probably watch out where you skate with these. Maybe paths that you know, more in the city when you can stick to the sidewalks and stuff like that. You'd be in good shape with these. To go out like exploring and stuff like that. And, you know, again, once you get into mixed, it's really all about the mixed terrain. Once you start hitting asphalt and stuff like that, just no, it'd get something else. But the grip does feel really good. You know, it'll be a very enjoyable skating experience. They just may wear down faster than you would prefer. So I guess that about sums it up. Yeah, if you're looking for a cheap and really grippy wheel, maybe you just want to try out a 70A like me and just see what the experience is like. You may like it, you know. Maybe you have a dedicated footwork setup and, you know, you really want to get some max grip on that, but you don't necessarily have money to drop on NPCs. I think this would be a great option for you. Moral of the story is, I guess you do have to baby them a little bit. However, I think this idea that anything below like 84A is completely worthless is like a little bit silly. Like, no hobby is immune from what I call like bro science, or, you know, things that just kind of get passed around and they're not based in fact. And I think as rollerbladers, we have a really big bro science problem with, like, you know, wheels and stuff like that. Like, 78A wheels are fine. You will find a lot of positives about the 78A. It's a very usable wheel. They're fun to skate. I like them. I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, you know, there's like a comment section, so you can use it for that. All right. See you later.